The ripple effect. Teach one person, and that person will go on to teach 10 more. This is the whole concept of what you put out into the world comes back to you, but it also has a ripple effect throughout the universe and throughout the world. I was trying to do a ripple in my coffee, and I'm like, I can't do that. I can't figure out a way to record that. But you know what a ripple effect is. It's when there's a raindrop in the water and it spreads out in concentric circles around where that, or throw a rock in the water. I think almost all of us have seen it. Drop something in the bathtub or in the sink, and you can see the ripple effect. The event happens, but then it carries on well beyond the original event itself. It's kind of like waves, right? If the moon makes waves happen, just think of what we can do if we intentionally choose to share something with other people. The most valuable thing that we have is not in our bank accounts. It's not in our garage. It's not in the size of our home or where we live or any fancy things that we have. It's right between here, between our two ears. And when we share that with other people, it sets the example for them to do the same thing. Skills are the only thing besides hugs that if you give it away will multiply. We give away money, it multiplies a little, but it doesn't have the impact of if we actually touch the life of another human being. So that's what we're talking about today. We underestimate what other people know and what's a skill for them. I am amazed every day as I'm interacting in my school community, the things that I take for granted because I've just been doing them for so long. They're just a part of what I do and how I show up in the world, that other people are just like, I have no idea how to do this. And it's just even little things. It's figuring out the little things and then sharing it with somebody else so that they don't have to struggle with figuring it out themselves. And they'll share it with other people. It's just human nature. We love to share stories. I think it's why stories are so powerful. And why don't I share a story with you? With respect to this topic, which I think we should dive into, as well as I'll get to what we're going to do besides that. It's a double up day. I used to work with people when I was running my Italian food manufacturing business and when I was in corporate America and out in the real world. I took it as my responsibility to teach and train and coach other people, especially people that reported directly to me and other people that were interested or curious about anything that I had knowledge or wisdom on. My last job in corporate America, one of my assistant managers actually took over that department when it was purchased by another person, because I had actually trained him up to be a leader and a coach and a developer and a handler of that entire, actually I had two functions in that particular job, two whole business functions. And I guarantee that he went on to teach other people that reported to him the same things that I taught him. I'm not there to see it, but I guarantee it happened because I see him on social media every once in a while. Teaching creates a ripple effect. Now, what happened when I came online following my divorce is I didn't do that. I didn't teach the same way. I didn't go deep with people or teach them a skill. I just started creating content because my coaches said, you need to show up, you need to create content. And so that's what I did. And then I shared it out in the void and wondered why there wasn't any ripple effect of that, because it was so rewarding doing it in person. I'm like, why is this not working online? I personally think that when we've got a big physical presence and have been out, I call it the real world, which annoys all of my online friends. I don't mean to annoy them. It's just, it's different. It's a different ball game to be meeting with people face to face and interacting with human beings and actually building relationships. It's one of the reasons I love the school platform. I attempted to build relationships in groups and pages and things on other platforms, but they fell pretty flat. Even if there were 10,000 people and I had several communities, and they weren't communities. They didn't even call them communities. They call them groups. I had several of them with over 10,000 members, yet they felt like a ghost town. And I realized I was creating that by just continually putting stuff out there, more stuff than people could ever comment on. Guess what? I still do that today with my annual challenges. People think I'm crazy, but I do that as much for me as for other people. I actually do it because I want my granddaughters to know that we get to choose our own destiny and we can create the life we want by what we decide to put out into the world. So the turning point for me was I went back and I said, stop, hold the phone. I need to work with people one-on-one and in masterminds and in school groups and things. And I find that much more rewarding because I can actually physically see the impact that it has on them and those aha moments, and that they are going out and sharing it. I'm going to say and give credit to Steve Larson, if you know who he is, the capitalist pig guy, and offer products. I grew up with him I met him in the ClickFunnels world. And one of the things he talked about a lot was when you learn something, because he did it when he was in school, and I did that too, I just forgot about it, because I've been out of school for so long, that when we teach somebody something, it reinforces the learning for us. And it puts good out into the world. And so if I don't have anybody to teach when I learn a new concept or idea, for example, I teach either my daughter, my son, my grandkids, any stranger that I might happen to be next to, that we strike up a conversation, because we never know the actual impact of that. I mean, maybe after we pass away and we get to go wherever we're going to go, we get a glimpse and we get to see the impact of that. But as long as we're here in human form and living, we're not going to know for sure. Now, this leads me to today's action item and challenge, as well as the U in our super framework. And this is one of the things that I've learned. If we create teachable assets and our own frameworks, guess what? Those are teachable assets. My favorite, the SOAP framework, and then whatever this year's framework is. Super is this year's framework. So yesterday we specified the target. What is it that we want with respect to contribution? I'm going to give you a little hint. If you pick something that you can teach someone else, that will be so impactful, you'll be glad that you did. But whatever you did select, yesterday you selected what it is that you want for contribution by the end of the year. Today we are going to uncover what actually is. What is the current situation? And this takes a little bit of self-reflection, but usually we know, and we just sit down and on a piece of paper, a Post-it note. I like to start a page whenever I do the super framework, and I just put SUPER in the column, and then every day as we go over it, or if I'm just using it as a tool right now, I just write the first thing that pops into my head about that thing. And that's a tool I think that we should use today. In addition to looking at our current results, because there's usually results that tie to anything that we want, or we can find a way to measure it. We want to look at what is going on right now with our company and with our business. Do we have any internal processes that we have made our own? We can learn things from everybody. And like I see, even with the stuff I share, run through it, try it on for size, test it and tweak it a little bit, but make it your own, and then use it in your own business, right? I'm not sure how many people are using the super framework in their own businesses right now, but I guarantee there are some. And then just write down a couple of key bullet points that you will remember about where you are right now. Because when we look at where we want to be and where we are right now, there's usually a gap between that. If there's not a gap, we already have what we want in that area, then we need to pick something else, because we actually want to stretch and reach and build on our impact and our contribution this year. So find one asset and do like I do. Teach it. Give it away for free. Teach it to other people and let the ripple effect go out into the world. And like I said, you're not going to know the actual impact of it, but you'll know you're having an impact. People will tell you, people will share their success with the thing that you taught them. They will share, oh my God, I shared this with my family and these 3 things happened within a week. How do you quantify that? You don't, but you feel good about it. And the better you feel, the easier it is to build your own business. So we have 2 things today. One, what is the current situation with respect to contribution in your business? And like I said yesterday, we didn't talk about that yesterday. We talked about what we wanted it to be. And then today, same thing. What actually is it? And don't beat yourself up. Don't be upset. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. Just think about, hey, I've been building my business for a decade. I haven't even considered this as a thing. Guess what? Those are the things that can help you get to the next level by looking at things and doing things differently. Just by looking at things from a different point of view can be the nudge that you need to go to the next level in your business. All right. Any questions about this? Hit me up and ask. Otherwise, I invite you to join us in the freemium Supersize Your Business school community. If you've never heard of the platform, that's okay. Most people haven't yet. It's pretty new. Actually, it's more than 5 years old, so it's not that new. But that is where I am going and growing and simplifying all of the crazy things I've done throughout my life and career. Because I can go there, I can share, I can teach, I can pour into people and emphasize and multiply and that ripple effect. And I don't need to know how it comes back to me because I know that I'm putting good out into the world. And you should know that too. All right. If I can help you in any way, what do? You just ask me, of course. Otherwise, go out, make it an awesome day. Make some ripples, make some waves, man. I say make some waves, not just ripples. And if you need help with that, ask. Just ask. Have an awesome day. I will see you tomorrow.